Okay friends, before we get started on this job, one thing that I want to mention is, of course, it's going to be a great idea to go ahead and flush your cooling system prior to doing this job. Okay friends, to get started, the first thing we're going to do is remove our radiator cap. There we are. Now the next thing we want to do is have a nice collection bucket underneath the passenger side wheel well, essentially in this area. We're going to come right up to this right here, and you can see I already have my pliers on the petcock. That's going to be the drain for the radiator. Let's go ahead and turn that counterclockwise and remove it. There we are. Let's let that drain into the bucket. To remove this, what you're going to find is you have 3 mounting bolts along the top here, and then you'll have 2 mounting bolts along each side. Let's remove them all. Now let's go ahead and get the breather hose off of here. You're going to find that it has a clip. Go ahead and remove that clip. There we are. Set this off to the side. Let's go ahead and grab one of these. We'll just wobble this around and get it right out of here. I'm just going to go ahead and remove these rubber bushings from the top of the radiator. Now the next thing we're going to do is remove the fan clutch from the water pump itself. To do that, I'm going to use this tool right here. Go ahead and get it onto the fan clutch nut down there. Turn it counterclockwise. All right, now as we spin this off, you want to be very careful not to let it fall down and hit up against your radiator. Okay, so now that we have all that out of the way, let's continue on by removing our serpentine belt. You can use a ratchet or a serpentine belt tool. I'm just going to come right in here, turn this counterclockwise, relieve tension, and then remove the belt from the pulleys. Let's go ahead and fully remove that belt and set it aside. So now the next thing I would want to do is continue by removing these hoses, but what you're probably going to notice is your idler pulley's in the way. Let's go ahead and remove this bolt. Okay, let's get this right out of the way. This hose right here, as you can tell, the clamp's at an awkward angle, so I'm just going to try to use some long nose pliers and see about grabbing onto it, squeeze that clamp, and then move the hose. Let's slide this right up and out of the way. Now we're going to go ahead and use this hook and carefully get in between the water pump and the hose itself and just try to separate the two. Work my way around. Now let's go ahead and do the same to this other hose. There we are. Okay, so we have both of our upper hoses off. Now let's continue on by removing our lower hose. Now let's remove the lower radiator hose from the water pump itself. Okay, so now what we're going to do is remove our lower fan shroud here. To do that, I'm going to come right down along this area with my flat screwdriver, give this a little twist, and then I'm going to lift this up. Do the same to all 3 areas. Let's go ahead and get this out of here. With the fan shroud out of the way, let's continue on by removing this clamp from the hose. Go ahead and grab onto that hose, give it a nice wiggle, and draw it away from the radiator. More coolant will come out. There it is, friends. Now we're at the point where we're going to start removing our water pump. Something that I want to pay attention to is the 4 areas where you're going to have your mounting bolts. Now, if you're looking into the engine, you can tell that it's a little bit harder to find them, but once you go ahead and find one, it's easier to find all the rest. There's one. Let's do the same to the rest. There it is, friends. So next on the floor, what we want to do is continue on by removing these 4 bolts so we can get the pulley off of the water pump. Okay, so now that we have that water pump out of here, let's look at the engine where the water pump's supposed to mount. You're going to notice that it's full of debris and it needs to be cleaned. Clean off both those areas where the water pump mounts to the engine. To do that, I'm going to use a flat razor blade and just scrape it off. Okay friends, let's go ahead and take this pulley, line it up so the bolt holes are all lined up, and then we'll start in all of our bolts. Let's go ahead and snug them up. Give it a nice spin just to make sure it's sitting level. Got a lot of that gasket still on there. We're gonna have to scrape all this off of there. Now the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and clean up the threads for the bolts. Once your threads are clean, go ahead and put on a little bit of thread sealer. Now the next thing we're going to do is take one of our new gaskets, come right along here, and we're going to put the top bolt through. Let's do the same on both sides. All right, with both of our gaskets on there, let's carefully get this into the truck. Go ahead and line that up. We'll start in the upper bolt on both sides. So now that both the top bolts are started, let's continue on by starting our lower bolts. Now that we have all 4 bolts started, let's go ahead and snug them up. After we've snugged them, we'll torque them to 33 foot-pounds. Now we're going to move along to putting on our upper hoses to the water pump. We'll slide it right on, and then of course we'll slide our clamp down. There it is. There we are. Now let's do the same for this hose. All right. Now that I have the hose all the way up, I'm just going to make sure that the clamp's sitting where it needs to be. Now it's going to be time to get our idler pulley back on there. Make sure you have your adapter on the back side. We'll go ahead and put this in, snug it up, and torque it to 37 foot-pounds. Okay, now it's going to be time to put on our serpentine belt. As I do this, I'm going to take one side and I'm going to go right around that crank pulley. That's the lower pulley. I'm going to set it across all of the grooves, and then I'll bring one side up and around the tensioner pulley here and just leave it. The other side I'm going to go up along the top of the water pump, down underneath the power steering pump over here, and then all the way up to the AC compressor. Slide this under here. There we are. Now all we need to do is grab our serpentine belt tool, relieve some tension, and slide this underneath the idler pulley. Alright, so now what you want to do is double check all of your pulleys. Any area that has the ribbed section that goes over a pulley, you want to make sure it's completely sitting into the grooves. Make sure you check them all. Once you're sure that it looks good, we'll continue. Okay, so now it's going to be time to get our fan and our fan clutch in here. Let's go ahead and slide it right down, line it up with the water pump, and then we'll go ahead and screw it on. Now that we have that spun on as far as it'll go, let's just give it a little bit extra with our tool. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and grab onto these. I'm just going to carefully slide this under. Slide this right under here. Perfect. Now the next thing we want to do is reach down right between here. We're going to line up these holes and then put in our 2 bolts. Now our 2 bolts on the other side. Now let's go ahead and pull this and then put in our last 3 bolts across the center. Let's go ahead and put on our overflow hose. Get our little clamp. Just make sure it's nice and tight. Okay friends, now it's going to be time to fill our cooling system. There's going to be a couple different ways you can do this, either with a vacuum system that looks like this, assuming you have compressed air to put onto it. If not, just use a funnel that looks like this. That way there you can burp out any air that's in the system as we fill. The coolant that you're going to use to fill this would be Dexcool coolant. For me personally, I'm going to use universal coolant, which works for every type of coolant. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start up the truck. Something that we want to pay attention to is our heat gauge over here. I want to go ahead and turn this all the way to the hot position. I'm going to put this on level 4, and then of course we'll turn this. I'm going to put it on feet, but you can put it pretty much anywhere aside from on AC or defrost. Alright, so I just ran the vehicle until it's nice and hot. I had no more air bubbles coming out of here, so I'm going to go ahead and close this off. Now the next thing I want to pay attention to is the coolant reservoir over here. You want to, of course, open this up, and then you want to remove as much coolant from inside there as possible. If it looks like there's debris, you need to clean it out. Aside from that, the next thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and lift this up, bring it over here, and I'm going to fill up my reservoir with brand new coolant. Take this off of here, and of course, put on your radiator cap. Okay, now all you have to do is go ahead and take it for a road test.